So we're almost at the end of the year and green card numbers are going away really fast. The end of the fiscal year is October 2024. And if you're waiting for a green card or a visa, in this video, I'll tell you which visa categories are going to be gone and what predictions are coming in the next 2 months. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about visa categories. What is happening with visa categories? When are the green cards going to be gone? As you know, green card categories are subject to a limited annual quota, and we are nearing the end of the year. The fiscal year ends in October, and this is the time where we are worried, are we going to have enough visas to finish the year? When will we get our interview? Is this going to happen this year or next year? I'm going to do my best to give you an overview of how this thing works. What are the visa categories that I believe are going to be running out in the next few months, and what you can do to plan better for your upcoming visa interview or just filing for your green card. So let's first understand what is the visa number management is all about. The State Department allocates every month visas based on projections as they see it, as they calculate it in the visa bulletin. That's why every month when you check in the visa bulletin, you are wondering, will my priority date become current this month? What does it mean? It means that let's say you filed for a green card in 2022 and you are at a category that is F2A and you're waiting for your spouse who has a green card holder to finally get you a green card. Well, we're going to be following to see what categories they're working on every month for this category, F2A, for example. And once it becomes current, which means once enough visas are available, then you'll be able to get your green card, right? But because there's not enough visas every month, many applicants are essentially kind of waiting in the line. And that's what the priority date is all about. The visa bulletin's role is to compare documented qualified cases with available visa numbers every single month, which means that once your case is documented complete, they're sitting in the National Visa Center. As soon as visas available, National Visa Center will send them to the embassies to schedule your appointments. A category becomes current once visa numbers exceed demand. If there's too much demand, then we have a cutoff date. And that's when people have to wait months after months for your cutoff date to become finally current. Now remember guys, demand fluctuates throughout the year. And that's why I'm trying to explain the situation in videos like that so you understand why you have to wait so long for your visas to become current. And this is very important for categories that are oversubscribed, like the F2A category, like the F4 category for brothers and sisters, like the EB3 category in employment-based categories, like the EB2 in employment-based categories. And that is why EB2 also retrogress. Also, EB4, which is currently unavailable. These categories are oversubscribed. There's too much demand for those visas. And as a result, they are not able to produce. And as a result, there's a cutoff date, and sometimes those visas become unavailable. And sometimes they have to retrogress, like happened with EB2 in this current visa bulletin. So you have to understand that things like that, they fluctuate. And that's why I'm telling you, you have to check the visa bulletin every single month. Now, before we talk about end of the year challenges, because everything I'm telling you now, hopefully you know that because you're watching my videos, but it's very important to understand what's going to happen as the year comes to an end. We're now in August 2025. We have less than 2 months before the end of the fiscal year, and a lot of important things are happening. And also, demand for those visas is coming to an end to the point where many of these categories are going to become unavailable. They won't be able to produce visas. Before we talk about those challenges, I'm asking you a big favor. You're watching my videos every single month. Please subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show these videos to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, send me a text 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationasap.com. Leave your details and one of our team members will contact you ASAP. Remember, you guys need help with pushing your case forward. Maybe you need to sue the government. Maybe you need to file for a green card or a visa. I'm here for you. You're watching my videos. I want to give back, give you priority. Send me a text. Do not delay. And now let's jump back into the video. So let's talk about end of year challenges. We are now at the end of the year almost for the fiscal year. As the year comes to an end, visa numbers may run out. And they are running out in many categories. As I mentioned, EB2, EB3, F2A, F4. And also, guys, remember, you might go to your interview. Like we have a lot of clients that are already scheduled for the interviews in September, in October, in November. There could be a situation where you're going to show up to your interview, but the visa bulletin is going to show that your visas are now backwards, meaning that there's no visa available to give to you at the interview. It could happen. They will still interview you, but they're going to tell you guys, we can't issue a visa today or tomorrow. We have to wait for the visa bulletin to become current. Now, I'm telling you that in this video because I need you to be aware that this is something that can happen to you. And many people are confused and nobody is talking about it. I haven't heard a single attorney on YouTube that is bringing this situation because many of you guys are going to get your interview scheduled very soon. This is a sensitive time of the year, but you may show up at the interview and your visas are not going to be current. What are you going to do? Now, remember, guys, you will still attend your interview. Do not show up to the interview just because you think or your visa is not available. You have to show up to the interview unless they cancel. If the embassy or consulate are not going to cancel, you will show up to the interview and then they'll interview you. And then you're going to be a priority to get your visa once the visas become available. You're not going to have to be re-interviewed again. So guys, remember, if you are going to go through an interview very soon, and even if you think or the visas are not going to be current on the month of your interview, you still should show up for that interview. It is seriously important for you to do so because once you're going to finish the interview and then later on, maybe in the next month or 2 months from now, you will become current, you'll be a priority to get that visa issued on the spot. Another thing that you have to realize is that some embassies or consulates may hold your passport after the interview. It's not necessarily a bad thing because maybe some of these consular officers believe that your visas will become current the next month. And so they want to make sure they're available, they're ready to stamp that passport. You'll be able to get it back and you'll be able to travel to the United States. Remember that once you pass the interview, you will get a 6 months immigrant visa. You'll have to pay a fee online, and then you'll have those 6 months to enter the United States. Once you enter the United States and they process you at the border, the green card will be mailed to you to the address that you chose on your application. But it's really important for you to understand that if they take your passport, it's not a bad thing necessarily. I get a lot of emails right now and inquiries from people saying, well, they took my passport, but the visa is not available. What's going to happen? I think they're doing that because they're predicting that hopefully the next month things will get better and then they'll be able to stamp that passport and for you to issue and get that immigrant visa to be able to travel. Now, what happens if you need to travel? You can request your passport back from the embassy and then return it back as they will instruct you. But if you need to travel or there's an emergency, you can always request the passport back and they'll give it to you. Once again, guys, never ever cancel an interview because you think that the visa isn't available. So just to conclude, we are coming to the end of the fiscal year. Many categories will start losing visas, which means that you're not going to be able to get your priority to become current, but many of you already have those interviews scheduled. So as I mentioned before, please attend those interviews. If they retain your passport, that's fine. If you need to travel, you can request them. But we believe that as the new year starts in October, there's going to be an influx of visas and things will start moving faster. So once again, if you have interviews, do not cancel them. And if you are worried about your visa availability, do not worry. It happens often at the end of the fiscal year, and things will start moving forward again in October of 2025. Once again, guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you need help with your immigration matters, send me a text 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationsap.com. Leave your details and one of our team members will contact you ASAP. As always, stay vigilant, follow the visa updates always on my channel, and together we'll get to our final goal, which is getting your green cards, getting your citizenship, whatever you're trying to get. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video.